when in times of emergencies, when we panic, when we are under stress, we oftentimes or sometimes make decisions on the spur of a moment without really clearly thinking through of what could actually go on, how could we act differently. And that is a time actually when we would have to ask us much better questions. Now, this session here has now today designed specifically to help you and also me to get clarity about where do I want to go actually, and what are the type of questions, the type of things I need to consider when I take action, when I move forward. Why do I say this? Well, when MCO came about in Malaysia here, what happened was I saw many trainers, coaches, consultants jumping into the online world. Lots of Facebook Live, lots of stuff happened, lots of Zoom meetings happened. Everybody jumped inside. And I believe overall, and I don't know, I have a really bright light in front of me. I can't quite 100% see. But I believe all of us, or maybe you do know people who also jumped into that thing, made panic decisions. And sometimes when we are looking or thinking rationally at a later stage, we might have thought like, hey, why did I do that at that point of time? I should have done it differently. So, hey, let me introduce myself to you, because today I want to help you a little bit with getting clarity by asking good questions. And I want to make that interactive here. So if you would be so nice to tell me who you are, where you're from, what you are doing. Are you going live? Have you changed business directions? Have you done something right now in your life that you wouldn't have done usually when MCO wouldn't have happened overall? So give me a comment on this one. And I want to introduce myself to you, because it's a little bit about me here as well. First, that you do know who we are actually. My name is Andreas. I'm a German living here in Malaysia. I'm running a company called Asia Mind Dynamics, and we are specialized, of course, you can see the title, in something called NLP, or human psychology, conscious mind, unconscious mind, understanding what motivates people and understanding how to get people to where they want to go. And we oftentimes do that in the most outstanding certified NLP practitioner training, which currently doesn't happen because we can't go for training right now. My light in front of me is really way too bright right now, okay? I can't see a thing actually. So I wonder if anybody is here already with me. Yes, I see somebody is with me here already. It's really, never mind that, okay? I don't want to blame the light that I can't see something. It will be an interesting question, so I'm looking forward to discussing those 6 questions with you that I believe could make a difference in your life. Maybe move the light a little bit to the side, a little bit more onto the side. Yes, it's a bit darker in front of here, but at least I can. Okay, no, it's okay. Not sure. Thank you so much. Okay, yes, I can see something better. All right, it's already getting darker here, but at least I've got some. It's okay. It's okay. Thank you so much for this. It was my darling wife who helped me out here right now, because I was blinded by the light, which can happen overall, okay? Because we tried something new. I got stuff from the office back here into my home place. So yeah, so everything is new around me here right now. Okay. See, let me talk to you about how a thinking process should go actually along that line without a panicking situation. As I mentioned earlier, sometimes we panic when situations happen, when we are under stress, when we are taking actions which we would usually not do. We would not do this, and sometimes months later, weeks later, we look back and we think like, what has taken over? How come I was acting in that way? I shouldn't have done it. I wish I could undo something already, okay? Because sometimes what happens is, hey, we are oftentimes in a present state, the state we are in here right now. Where are you right now? What is your life right now? What is your position right now? What are you doing? Maybe you lost your job. Maybe you're moving your company right now online. Maybe you're reaching out to clients. Maybe you are not doing anything because you're not allowed to go out right now, or you're not allowed to work with clients on a face-to-face level overall. So that's your present state right now. All right. And I hope you're with me here along that line. And hey, I do know there are some people online here right now. I wish I would know who you are. So please give me a comment, say who you are. At least I do know that you are here and I'm not so alone by myself, okay? Yes, okay, Cam, you are here, right? Yeah, from Nigeria. We've met yesterday and had a great conversation. It's awesome. And Lee is also here. Good morning, good evening, he says, okay? Nigeria, it is morning time. In Malaysia, it's evening time, all right? And I right now talk about the present state, and the present state here in Malaysia is right now that we are still a little bit locked in overall in our home. Many people go out already. Some people actually work. Situations totally different. And what happens sometimes, we have a dream. We want to go, and I spoke about this last week a lot, about a desired state and who do you need to become when you reach your desired state. Who are you going to become? Who would you be as a person when you reach your desired state, when you reach your final desired outcome, and you made your dreams come true? We are always wishing to have that, okay? So what is your desired state? So when we are thinking about a present state, where we are right now, and that's often how coaching starts, and we are talking about what do you want in state, what is your goal, what is your dream, what are your objectives, what is your ultimate outcome, where do you want to be in 6 months time, or in 7 months time, or in 10 months time, a year from now, 5 years from now. But let's talk about 1 year from now. Where do you want to be? Then we have the present state and we have the desired state. And oftentimes, hey, when we come to the desired state, we then think about, hey, Jonathan, good to see you as well. Good. I'm happy that you are here. The desired state, okay? So when we are thinking about the present state and the desired state, and then stuff comes up in between us overall, okay? And then we are saying to ourselves, like, I don't know how to reach that, and I don't know, am I good enough? Will I be able to make it happen? Do I have the time, the financial capacity? Am I too young, too old to make it overall happen? That is the thoughts we have. That is the in-between state. These two levels, the in-between state that sometimes happen when we don't quite know how to get over to the next state. So I want to introduce now to these couple of questions that I think are incredibly important overall for people, for you who is watching this, who is listening to this one right now, to get to the next stage. Some things you might want to consider before you jump into actions. So here are some of the questions that I really want you to consider. Okay, maybe you do know these questions already because you are a business coach, okay? You are a strategy consultant, or some of those questions are maybe questions you even ask your own questions. So first question is, when you are thinking about your goal, who will you be in the future? You will have changed. You will have different thoughts. You will have different ideas. You will have a different life maybe. You have to really think through, who will you be as a person overall? Who will you be as a changed person? Because you got to move. You got to change totally. When you're becoming somebody else, when you reach a new goal, when you reach some outcome that you want to achieve, you are somebody else. Who will you be? And you got to dream about it. You got to visualize it. You got to think about it. How many times when you have a goal, a dream, how many times in a day are you really thinking about your goals? So that is something I really want to have some interaction here right now, okay? So are you clear? Those of you who watch this right now, are you clear who you want to be in the future? Are you dreaming about your goals? Are you visualizing your goals? If you do, put a 1 into the comment box. If you think about who you want to be, give me a 1 in the comment box while I have to do a cough, because I got to drink a sip of water along that line. Okay, give me a 1 in the comment box if you do know who you are going to be. and dream and visualize about your future goal, your future self? Give me a one. Put the one into the comment box right now. All right, my apologies for this one. Okay? Yes, my darling wife is saying one, and my partner, of course, she says one, and she's awesome. I do know she's doing a lot around that area because, hey, when you think about who you want to become, you are actually, and it is something that come new to me along as well, you know. You create a new neurology, you create new cells, you create new memories. Your future will be much easier because you lived it out in your mind already. And Cam is saying that question really gets one thinking about the desired destination. Yes, absolutely. And you need to think about that. And then comes question number 2 already. Let me figure that out. Okay. Hey, what's important about that desired goal? Now, when I was a kid, younger, many times, maybe many people can relate to this one. I realized along that line that many times I was doing what was expected of me. So my first job was because I finished university and people thought like I have to have a job. So yeah, get a job, okay? And what happened was I ended up in the most horrible company because lots of my student friends were working in that company already, and they said like they hire anybody. Warning signal. They hire anybody. They want to have fresh graduates. Warning signal, warning signal, warning signal. I should have known, but I was not as smart as I am maybe right now. If everybody tells you you should go there to hire fresh graduate, to hire Harry, Dick, Tom, and Harry, something might be wrong, and it was horrible. But I needed a job. I wanted a job, and it was way back. Some of you might not even know that time anymore. 1980s, okay, when there was a crisis in Germany and fresh grads, huge unemployment. We were happy to find a job. I didn't last long, just for 6 months, because actually in my studies, I was focused about working in the so-called third world countries. I was focused, I told you yesterday, I was focused and wanted to work in Africa. I worked in Sri Lanka before. So luckily at that point of time, I have found a job in Malaysia via the United Nations. Hey, was that my dream place? I had no clue about Malaysia. My dream was actually Africa. I'm happy I ended up here because it's my existence right now, but it was accidentally. So what I want to share with you is about really who do you want to be, and really think about that one. Is that really what you want to be? And that might drive you to what is important about that. Deep question, a really deep question, because when you think about what's important about that goal to you, you're getting to your values level. You can identify what is important to you about that one. And maybe, hopefully, you're getting to the point when you realize maybe it's not important. Maybe other people told you that this is good for you. So you really want to take time to also think about what is important about that, because once you start up with that one, hey, once you have your values, once you start working towards your goal, you will have a new behavior, and you really don't want to look back 6 months down the road, 10 months down the road, a year down the road, realizing that was not what you actually wanted to be. And you have to find a new way, a new passion, and you're lost and wasted a lot of time. At least you gain experience. Are you guys with me so far? If I make sense to you at a certain level, please give me a 1 again. Only one person gave me a 1 so far. Okay, give me a 1 if that makes sense to you. Okay, that you need to have some clarity about what actually is important to you. I would really love to have some more interaction with you guys before I move on to the next question, which I think is also important for you to realize. I'm giving you the question already instantly, okay? So here you are, and it's really about helping you to get from where you are right now to your desired goal. And you gotta ask yourself, what does it take you to get there? So when I say what does it take you, what do you have now and what do you need overall, okay? What do you need overall? Thanks for your participation, okay? What do you need to get there? What's missing right now? What does it take you to get there? Because You see, when you think about who do you want to be, I mentioned it earlier, when you want to decide who you want to be, and you realize where you are right now, and if the goal is far out from where you want to go, stuff comes up, negative emotions, fear, limiting beliefs, okay? That's the stuff you need to overcome. So you got to think, what does it take you to get there? And it can be a training, it can be finding a coach, it can be reading a book, it can be about taking online classes massively. It is about finding resources outside of you, but also within yourself that you identify. That you identify within yourself. What do you have already that can bring you forward? Not many people think about all the knowledge, all the skills, all the ability that you had to have earlier in your life to really get there overall, okay? So I hope it really is an important piece overall, okay, that you are getting there. And I hope that makes sense to you again, all right? Next question, of course, is along that line. Yay! What is the impact? Oh, why is that so far below? See, I gotta move that up higher, okay? What is the impact? What do I mean by the impact? Many times, hey, Nazarene, good, I see you. Hey, I'm so happy that you are here. You are really a rock star, and I'm honored that you are joining me as well. I'm so happy to see what you're doing online right now, and you maybe can relate to what I'm saying because you are creating tons of new stuff with awesome success overall. It's really good to have you here in that session overall. So yeah, I'm talking here right now. Couple of questions of importance when we reach our goal. The first one is, who do you want to be overall? And what is important to you about your goal? Next one is, what does it take you to get there? What do you need to really get there overall, okay? So you need to identify that. And what is the impact? Now that is crucial. Many people forget that. And that is really crucial. Hey, yes, Nazarene, do it. Make it happen. I know you're a go-getter, okay? What is the impact? When we take action too quickly, we don't quite realize the impact that we might have. Overall, it's such an incredibly empowering, important question to really think about that. What I mean by what is the impact? See, when you are jumping too quickly into the online world, for example, what could threaten you? Many people bought lots of products overall, spent tons of money, have no idea how they can use those products. Challenge overall. Many people don't consider, like right now, many of us here under MCO locked away, we're actually working 16, 17, 18 hours a day, not taking a break. A friend of mine was saying last Sunday, I saw him on Facebook, he said first day in 60 days where he took a day off and he looked exhausted. Not good. Gotta watch what is the impact of your goal. What does it take you on your health, psychology? Do you want to get exhausted, stressed out overall and making it happen? What is the impact on your family? If you suddenly do start spending uselessly to get somewhere where you have not clearly thought through if you actually need all that stuff, it is a challenge, of course. You know, the ecology, in NLP we call it ecology overall. Ecology means the impact of your on your health, on your family, on your children, on your business overall, on your finances, on your friends, on the relationship. Hey, on the country overall as well, and on the planet. And I see something, I have no idea, it's my age most likely. In Australian you're saying ERK. I do know it's a slang, it's an abbreviation. Enlighten me, please. Tell me exactly what does it mean. ERK. I have no idea, okay? Sometimes I don't know about the abbreviation. I recently, and I'm embarrassed to say that right now, I recently only learned IDK means I don't know. I didn't know until I Googled it up, man. Okay, happens overall, okay? Okay, what is the impact, of course? No worries, it's okay. I'm learning you all the time as well, okay? Next question that you want to ask yourself overall is, hey, it means, oops, oh, I see you. Really? Okay, I gotta check that afterwards, okay? I'm gonna get on that one. Do you want to go there because of pain or pleasure? Now, that is, maybe it takes me 5 minutes or so to explain this overall, okay? But before I say that, before I go to pain or pleasure, I want to listen to this comedy right now. And Cam is saying it is usually important to clarify what's important about the goal question to create a great impact. Absolutely, but it means what is the impact on you if you go for your goal? Your goal might be far out. What does it take you? If you are working right now, but you want to become an entrepreneur, for example, you might have to moonlight aside. So you might have to work over the weekend time. You might have to work in the evening time, and you normally would go to sleep because you want to become an entrepreneur. You don't think about the impact oftentimes. You just do. And then a month, 2 months down the road, you realize, oh gosh, I'm no longer sleeping enough. I'm working all the time. I'm tired, exhausted, burnout. And the company might realize you moonlight and you might fire you overall. So that could be the impact overall. That is a challenging part overall. And it doesn't mean that you have to follow the sequence of these questions. They can go all over the place, of course, you know. So what do you want? Do you want to go to your goal because of pain or pleasure? Now, there are two motivation drivers in our bodies. Humans get motivated either by pain, by problems, don't want it anymore, have a challenge, don't want to go there, fighting it off, rejecting it. And some people want to go for pleasure, have the objective in mind. It's also called carrot or stick overall. Now, when MCO hit, when the coronavirus hit, what happened sometimes, it was a huge pain for some people. Business was no longer there. And that pain, they wanted to move away as quickly as possible from that pain. Then they did things to get away from that financial hardship that they experienced at that point of time, when their bleak future they might have experienced, and they might have moved away doing things not really clear about them. Are just challenging overall. I'm going to answer the question in the meantime in a while now. Give me a moment, all right? So pain is like, oh, I don't want to have it anymore. Easy example for me, it is not unique. It's actually everybody has it, pain or pleasure, and there's also a mixture, and it depends on the situation. I'm going to give you that already. Let me give you an example with the weight loss, for example. The problem or the pain or pleasure, problem or solution or objective could be when somebody is overweight. I don't want to be overweight anymore. I don't want to be out of breath anymore. I don't want to be obese anymore. I don't want to be all the time sick anymore because I'm just overweight. And that's why I want to go to the gym center. Boom. That is the problem that motivates you to take action. The problem that motivates you that you want to get away from. Okay, some people don't want to be poor anymore, and they want to work, open their own company because they don't want to be needed to be stingy anymore. They want to be able to to purchase stuff anytime they want, for example, and they don't want to have that problem anymore of having not enough funds in the end of the month. A problem that is motivating them to maybe become a trainer or a coach or open their own company or change a company overall, find a new job overall. That's a problem. Some people get motivated by pleasure. Pleasure means also solutions, okay? They want to achieve something. They want to have a goal. They have a dream. They want to make something happen. And there's a mixture, of course, in between, okay? It's not cast in stone that we are always problem-driven, that we are always goal-driven. It depends on the situation, really. Now, the situation is, and that comes from NLP world, that problem is not always a long-lasting motivation because, hey, the person who goes to the gym center regularly, and that's now your answer to your question, Nazarene, the problem, they're moving away from the problem and they're getting slimmer, they're getting fitter, they're getting the energy. The problem is no longer prevalent. The problem does not exist anymore, which could then happen that the motivation goes down. It's no longer there because the person was only focused on getting away from the problem of being overweight. And the challenge then could be they have never learned to switch the focus and start to think about where do I want to go instead? What do I want to achieve instead? Starting to think from, I'm going to get away from the problem, but what do I really want to achieve instead? And that could mean if they never start thinking about what do they want instead, And what does it take them to get there? It's problematic that some people then don't go to the gym center anymore. They're starting to slack. They're saying like, I'm slim already anyway. I've got the energy, though today I don't want to go to the gym center. Today I want to just sleep in. Today I want to have that 5,000 calorie cheesecake or so. And they are eating the pizza until the problem of putting on weight comes back. And then they're starting realizing, oh gosh, I put on weight again. I got to go back to the gym center. So problem motivation is not necessarily lasting, Nazreen, until somebody helps them or they start to think smartly, saying like, okay, I move away from the problem. What do I want instead? Hey, I want to have a six-pack. I'm no longer, now I'm slim and fine and happy and kind of handsome, but now I want to have the six-pack as well. They're starting to have a new goal overall. They're starting to focus on what they want instead. And that is really important. So you have to learn to move from problem focus, overweight, to solution focus. What do I want instead? From poverty to generating revenue, solving clients' problems overall, becoming a coach, creating a better world overall. I hope I could help answer the question for you, Nazreen. Let me know in the comment. That was just specifically for you, but I would have explained it anyway if that is answering your question. And then the next one, last question along that line. That's the sixth question. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh my goodness, I forgot a question. I forgot the sixth question overall. Sixth question. I have only 5 questions formulated. What's holding you back? Hey, what's holding you back from reaching now? Some people, yeah, that's a very important question as well. And that is related to who do you want to be? What is your goal? Some people don't realize that what's holding me back. I'm not good enough. I don't have the time. Giving all kinds of conscious or unconscious excuses then. What's holding you back from taking action? What's holding you back and making the move right now? What's holding you back taking a training? What holds you back from taking a coach overall, but you know it brings you to the next level? So what is holding you back right now? You need to create the awareness, because oftentimes it's the stuff within us, limiting beliefs, negative emotion, fear, not being good enough, the doubt, can I really make it happen? We need to get awareness about our stuff that goes on in this box overall in order to get it out from reality into our own conscious mind thinking. So then we can start reflecting. What holds me back here right now is something like, yeah, I'm scared, but is it really real? Is the fear real, or is it just me or somebody else told me so? Am I good enough to make it happen? Are there exceptions to the rules? Are there people who made it happen before me, before can happen? Do I have enough money to make it happen? It takes too long, I'm too old. Really? Find examples of people who were old before and made it happen, makes a dream come true nevertheless. So what is holding you back? And really reflect around it. Talk to your friends, find a mastermind group, find a coach, find a training, reflect on it, meditate on it, think about it, find books, find resources, and really get back to what is important about your goal. So what is more important overall? Your goal and who do you want to be, or the limitations you're playing out in your mind overall? So these are the 5 questions that I want to share with you today. Questions that are about helping you to get clarity, because it's so important. The overall big frame here around for you is about getting out of states that are unproductive right now. So many people have problems right now, don't know how to move on, have the fear, have the uncertainty. They are stuck, don't know what happens overall. They're fearing losing the job and scared to move beyond where they are right now because of this uncertain environment. Realize right now is a time of greatest opportunity, because everything is shifting right now. So I hope that these questions were helping you along that line to get some insights into what could help you to get to your dream state overall, or to get you out of that unstuck state to a better place where you are, where you actually want to go and deserve to be. And hey, I didn't mention it earlier, but I have mentioned it for a long time along that line. Totally forgot. Hey, for you who are here right now, I want to actually share something with you, because already before MZO, Asia Mind Dynamics, my company, we were massively online already, achieving lots of stuff, putting lots of stuff online. So we are really, really happy that we have made a lot of heaps to go forward. And I've started about 3 or 4 years ago. And I thought, like, okay, I always have this free course, and I really want to give you this free course. Of those of you who are listening in right now, it was created before MZO. I think it's still an awesome course overall. I'm going to revamp this course. So I'm disappearing here for a moment, but I'm inviting you to check out this course. It's at asiaminddynamics.com/attract success. It's in our Mind store as well, so you can check out our Mind store as well. But the free course you can access straight away is called, you can find at the URL, asiaminddynamics.com/attract success. I promise you, it's a pretty cool course. It's a pretty cool course full with gamification, goals to achieve, an ebook to achieve, affirmations that you can hang on your computer screen, desktop screen, print it out, hang it at your wall, all the stuff you need to have to succeed in this uncertain time, to get clarity overall. So I'm putting it up again for you guys. So it's a course is called Attract Success into Your Personal and Professional Life. It's an awesome course, about 10 or 11 or 12 modules, not too long each module about 2 or 3 minutes only. But it would be cool if I see you inside, and then, see you inside and you're learning something and you're sharing with me overall what your learning is overall. All right, guys. So I thank you for tonight's session. I leave a comment, share this video with your friends, put it onto your timeline so that more people can see that, because these questions I shared with you are really, really powerful, really, really impactful, really, really important. More people need to know that. And I'll see you next week. All right. Thank you very much. And I got it.